So we have some major update when you have to look at the playing 11 for the India versus Pakistan Asia Cup clash at Palakele tomorrow. And the major move has come from the Pakistan cricket team as they have announced the playing 11 for their encounter against India tomorrow. And the major takeaway is that no changes in the Pakistan team. The same team that had played Nepal in their opening game at Multan, that is the team that is going to play in this Asia Cup match against India tomorrow in Palakere. So this is the playing 11 of Pakistan. Babar Azam is the vice captain. No surprises there. Fakhar Zaman, Iman Mulhaq, Salman Aga, Iftikhar Ahmed, then Mohammad Rizwan.
Babar Azam's not the vice captain, he's the captain.
No, I said he's the captain. Shadab Khan is the vice captain.
I thought you said
no.
Babar.
Iftikhar Ahmed, Mohammad Rizwan, he's the wicketkeeper. Mohammad Nawaz, Naseem Shah, Shaheen Afridi. There is no change in that. We thought he was under a fitness cloud, but he's not.
But we speaking of Shaheen, we saw him make a return as well after that 7-over mark the other day. So there were, yes, sir, some doubts, but those doubts were very much, let's say, allayed that particular day. Having said that, he's not really done any hard training per se, which is why these doubts had started to come up again. But now PCB in their press release have made it very clear Shaheen's extremely fit, fit enough to be taking part and be leading the pace bowling lineup for Pakistan on the big day tomorrow. India don't do this usually, so regardless of what the PCB and the Pakistan Cricket Board have done at the moment, which is announced they're playing 11 to 24 hours, or let's say the eve of the match, India don't usually do that. You've seen other teams do it when it comes to Test cricket. India don't ever sort of announce their playing 11. It is, as we were speaking earlier as well on Dugout, do watch that video as well. We are a team, let's say we are a nation that and our decisions at times are determined by the conditions. Pakistan have made it clear they stuck to the guns, they have stuck to their plan, and again, as you were talking earlier as well, they have gone with their 5 best bowlers. That's the headline over there for you. Regardless of what you're expecting in terms of conditions over there, there's a whole lot of talk happening whether India should go in with 3 spinners or not. Pakistan have a 3rd spinner, but he's not a specialist spinner. Iftikhar can do some bowling, but he's only your 3rd string bowler, let's say. You have 2 specialists to turn to.
You have Shadab, who's the vice captain. His leg spinners will be very important there. You've got Nawaz, who can roll his arm over, left arm orthodox. So basically your bowling lineup is sorted, okay? Naseem, Haris and Shaheen, these 3 are your out and out pacers and the biggest threats for India. Then if you look at it, Shadab and Nawaz in the middle overs can do the job for them, but it is the batting that seems to be a bit of an Achilles heel, because remember, Fakhar Zaman has not been in prime form and Imam ul Haq's strike rate issues have often plagued him. You are overly reliant on the likes of Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan. And remember, even Aga Salman did play a solid knock against Nepal, but that too, he couldn't carry on and make a big score. The only bonus, if you have to say, in this Pakistan team that worked in that Nepal game was Iftikhar.
His maiden turn, by the way,
in international cricket,
coming at a very good time. And looking at, just let's just zoom out a bit and look at how Pakistan are building up to this match as well. Before this match, what were they doing? They were playing a series against Afghanistan in Sri Lanka. So they know the conditions. That's number 1. Point number 2, in different matches, you saw different people perform there. You had a handy knock of about 40 out from Shadab in one match. You had again Iftikhar step up in one of the matches. Nawaz got you runs. I remember it was the 3rd match.
Plus Naseem also bats well.
Naseem can bat well. He scored the winning runs. He got you a boundary, penultimate ball, and he won you that particular match. I think was the 2nd match which they won by a wicket.
The only difference being he's not playing Afghanistan. So it's a totally different proposition altogether.
So Pakistan again, they've got at the moment one of the biggest criticisms, that was Siddharth was saying, one of the biggest criticisms, let's say, or of this Pakistan team was that they are heavily reliant on just 2 batters, and Babar Azam more often than not will be the fulcrum of their batting attack. But now they'll be pleased going into the match, they'll be pleased, which is why they are probably confident enough as well to announce their 11 without knowing what's happening in the Indian camp, or without even being worried about that.
See, primarily many people will say, oh, but this was expected. Pakistan would not make any kind of major changes for the thing, but that also indicates one major thing. Pakistan are stable. You may not say that much about their economic or country situation, but the cricket team is stable, when you look at the batting and
11
the bowling.
Yeah.
Because the bowling, you had no problems. These were your 5 bowlers who would operate.
Again, and that's what I like about Pakistan, at the moment. They're not being determined. They are, their decisions aren't being determined.
Predetermined.
No, what I'm saying is that their decisions aren't getting determined by the conditions at play.
Yep.
And that's a sign of a good team. Let's appreciate Pakistan for what they've achieved. They're world number one. Even Rohit Sharma in today's presser had some praise for the Pakistan side. They said, in fact, he said that they are world number one for a reason. They know their game very well. Their batting order is settled. Their team is settled, and they've exactly stuck to the process. And they fielded a side that they're comfortable playing with. They have not been psyched by either the opponent or the conditions. They are going with the plan that they have in mind.
Yep. So remember, Pakistan will head into this match unchanged, but as the number 1 ranked team. And it is going to be an uphill task for India at this point, because remember, Pakistan have had game time, and crucially they have had game time in Sri Lanka. Forget the fact that they played the first game in Multan. It was against Nepal. But they have played 3 ODIs prior to this in Sri Lanka. Hambantota, different conditions as compared to Palakele. Colombo, they did play 1 game there, and that's why it's going to be a very, very important decision. So, not making any changes means that they are confident, they are settled, they have a clear thinking of what to do. It is all about executing.
You know what they've also done over here, Siddharth, is I think they've sent across a very clear message as well.
Yes.
2 messages, in fact, the way I look at it. One, to the opponent, that see, we are confident.
Yep.
That's the message. We are confident and we won't be psyched.
Yes.
That has been the criticism of this Pakistan team,
Yep.
that they get nervous when they especially play against India, and it's so often said that it's these nerves that get the better of the Pakistan side. So if, let's say, if this is considered a small move per se, they have given a message.
Yes.
Second, of course, the message being that we are confident in our abilities.
Yes.
We will not be determined by the conditions. We have complete faith in our players, and we have a plan. We are sticking to that plan. Regardless of the opponent, regardless of the condition, our plan does not change.
Does not change. And remember, this bowling attack is capable of taking wickets and running through opponents on any given surface. So that is an indication. See, Multan was placid, yet see how the likes of Naseem and Shaheen made the ball talk. And let us remember, the squad announcement is one major boost, because the playing 11 has Shaheen, which we all thought that, okay, maybe he might suffer, he might be having a niggle, but all those doubts have been dispelled. Pakistan are fielding a full strength bowling lineup, and the likes of Rohit, Shubman, better watch out, because as an opening duo, facing Shaheen when he's in rhythm, and that too when he's accurate, is a tall task indeed. So that's the situation we have from Palakele at this point in time. Pakistan have already announced the thing. Anup Konnar saying Multan was placid, but opponent was Nepal. Agreed, but again, you make Pakistan's bowlers have made hay in all these kind of tough conditions in Pakistan. Remember, they're all roads. So that is why making a good situation there and having a good performance there is very, very important. Akash
But
Bharat,
of course, there is some truth to what you're saying as well.
Yeah.
And they will be put to a sterner test tomorrow. It is not easy. It is not easy to bowl those lines and to get wickets the way that Pakistan got the other day, to dismiss this the Indian batting order is no mean task. So it's going to be a stiffer challenge tomorrow. But again, having said that, and whatever sample size that we have of these Indian players playing against, let's say, a Shaheen or a Haris, there is reason for India to be wary of. But that's not to say that Pakistan bowlers will definitely dominate the Indian bowlers.
Yeah. Well, this thing announcing squad before is something England started, is it? Confidence? No, I think it was Australia who started, Akash. I mean, the Steve Waugh era, you saw them announce the playing 11s quite. I also hope India goes full strength with Siraj, Shami, Bumrah. Forget number 8. He wants that major thing. Forget Bumrah, forget the number 8. Play with your top 3 bowlers, pacers. So that is the situation that we have. Akshat Khedekar saying India should have brought in Ashwin since West Indies series. Ashwin, Jadeja and Kuldeep are our best spinners, which they can dominate any batting lineup in Sri Lankan conditions. Sadly, we have to compromise. Agree, but I think in the ODI format now, I think off spinners are becoming a rather rare species because of the field placements, because of all the other things. So that's why an off spinner, very few teams have an off spinner. They have a left armer or a leg spinner at this point. So it's all gone. So that is it. That's the update that we had to bring, folks. India versus Pakistan. The Pakistan playing 11 has been announced. No major changes from the game that they had against Nepal. Shaheen Afridi is fit, and he will be a threat in Palakele tomorrow. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today from me and Harshad. It's bye-bye. But do download the SportsTalk mobile app for all the information you need in English and Hindi. Bye-bye.